For the next chapter, arriving September 10th,
Uh-huh.
there will also be continuation of the storyline.
Correct.
What you say will take a player to finish the new story.
How many hours is a great question. I think it was around the area of like somewhere between 6 and 10, if I remember. But I'd have to double check the playtime. Yeah, it's a good chunk. It's some pretty fun stuff. We're trying some stuff that you haven't like seen in the game before
Yeah.
with it. So I'm quite excited about where it's going. But because I playtest things in like a dev QA manner where like I'm teleporting between everything, like the playtime that I have is very different from the actual in-game playtime. So I get a little bit distracted on the specific number.
Sometimes in the story there were, let's say, instance dungeon-like boss enemies you have to kill,
Sure.
and if more than one players want to enter, they had to wait.
Yes.
Have you changed that?
So for the stuff in chapter 2, I don't work with that tech, but if I remember correctly, actually yes, because of course we understand it's not the most popular thing in the world. But yeah, as I recall, we did fix it for chapter 2.
So will you adding more features for solo players or small groups?
So for chapter 2, there won't be anything like that. But you know, it's something to think about for the future, maybe.
But it is planned to, let's say, add small group dungeons or a dungeon-like experience.
So yes, it is something we are looking at. It is something that we would like to have because in the end, like when something is populated and there are too many people coming in and killing everything, and you don't get like the full experience, that's frustrating, and we understand that. So it's something we're looking at. We don't have a date for it yet, but we will have something like that.
The new vehicles in the story.
Yeah.
I already saw like a mono wheel.
Yeah, we call it the tread wheel.
Okay.
But yeah.
Will there be new vehicles for more than one player? Like the buggy?
So the tread wheel will be up to 2 people. So it functions very similarly to how the sandbike functions, right? So the same kind of attachments and so on that you would be able to put on a sandbike, you would be able to use for a tread wheel.
The new vehicles will be only available in the DLC.
The tread wheel, yeah. You buy it, so you have the ability to make it, but of course you can distribute it to your friends and your allies and so on. Like the goal isn't to like gatekeep it so that no one else can ever interact with it. It's like, hey, we're selling you this cool content. Along with the cool content, you'll get some cool cosmetics, you'll get some new building things and some new outfits, and you'll get like a vehicle and so on. And so these are like fun, interesting additions to help make the game more interesting and like the visuals, because people love kind of decorating and customizing things, right? There's no pay to win or anything like that. Our goal is always that like the free content should be like the best stuff that goes in, right? Because like the DLC is there to help fund all the free content we're doing, right? Like that's the philosophy of it, right? So we want the DLC stuff to feel worth the money, obviously, so that people buy it and enjoy it and they feel like they're getting something good for the price. But fundamentally, like our focus is like, let's make as many things as we can free and accessible to everybody who's playing the game, because we want the game to kind of be fun and enjoyable for everybody. So it's the same thing. They're like, oh, can my friend ride the tread wheel if I buy the DLC? Yeah, of course. Yeah, like it's supposed to be a game where you can have fun with your friends. Like we don't want to gatekeep it too hard.
There will be more resources, or the resources respawn more often.
We are continuing development on the deep desert. It is a area of focus. For chapter 2, you won't notice any huge differences yet. We're still kind of working on everything, so you should expect more things coming in chapter 3 and 4, where like we'll flesh this out a bit further. We'll have a couple of different layouts for chapter 2. It's not something that I think will be super noticeable for you guys, but it's with each Coriolis storm, like kind of the map of the deep desert changes, right? Like new kind of testing stations appear, like where the resources are changes and so on, right? And so we have a couple of more variants of that coming in to kind of make it feel more alive and a little bit more different each time kind of the Coriolis storm comes around. But yeah, for the actual kind of gameplay changes coming in, we're not at a stage where we're ready to talk about like the specifics of it, but we're looking at changes to how this all works during chapter 3 and 4 and kind of onward from there.
Will you add more big endgame segments into the game, like a whole endgame segment only for PvE players, maybe one only for specifically only for PvP, and let's say something like the arena mode?
The intention from us is to have the deep desert remain as the kind of pure end game. Like this is where you get the best resources in the game. Like that intention will remain. Now, for the future, like if we're talking like longer in the future, I can say that there will be more areas made available to both PvE and PvP players that they will enjoy. Like there will be new content coming in. So just because you've explored like what exists on like the parts of Arrakis that are available to you now, like that is not the end of it by far. There's a lot more in the works. We're going to be expanding to more parts of the map in the future that you'll be able to find. That's going to be I'm quite excited about some of the stuff, for instance, coming in chapter 4. I think will be really exciting for people who are fans.
For the next update, we plan to add more quests, like weekly or daily quests.
So with this update, we are adding new little contract lines and whatnot that you can interact with. We're sending some stuff out in the Haga Basin. We're adding some stuff to the social hubs as well. So places like Arakeen and Harko Village will have some stuff going on as well. So you'll be able to find kind of new people out in the world now that you can help out, and they'll have their own little lines that you can kind of find in different areas of the Haga Basin, or in, like I said, in the social ops. We haven't done any changes to the contract boards. It is like actual NPCs you'll be able to find out in the world. They'll have their own little quest lines and so on. And then, for the Landsrad, we're looking at things for not chapter 2 here, but for chapter 3, you'll have some bigger changes coming into that system, making kind of the experience kind of for the later parts of the game a bit more interactive. We're adding things like the character recustomizer, so you'll be able to kind of interact with some interesting characters. If you're a lore fan, you'll maybe enjoy some of the stuff we put in Harko in regards to this. And go in. We've added some new ways to kind of change and decorate your character and so on. So chapter 2 is more focusing kind of in that direction. Then chapter 3 will do a little bit more of the kind of Landsrad and some of the changes to the end game. And then chapter 4 is so on, and then forward and so on. We'll keep developing.
Last question, maybe a tough one. It's for the monetization.
Yeah.
Like Dune is buy to play, and then you have DLCs that you also have to buy. It's like with Dune Exile at the beginning, but then with Dune Exile changed the monetization system to a battle test system.
Mm-hmm.
Will it be the same as Dune?
Currently, there are no plans to do that. So obviously, we think about all the different ways you can monetize a game when you release it, because it's important that you can continue to fund the game development if you want to keep it alive for a long time. And we have like very long-term plans for Dune. We want to keep it going for a long time. So obviously, like we think about everything. But when we were looking at it, we felt like the DLC model was just better value for the players. So we preferred it. So for the moment, that is the plan. We're intending to stick for it for now. But I can't guarantee you, like, because like for Conan Exiles as well, like it was many years before that shift came, and it was like, okay, like what would that look like? Like how will do people feel like they're getting a good value out of it, and so on. Right now, we have no interest in going that direction.
The Mithra's in pieces, the cargo's vanished, and no one knows what it really is. Arrakis is full of secrets. Ancient things buried deep. I need your help, stranger. That package is the key to everything. Find it, and don't let anything stand in your way.
There's been a string of murders across the capital. I don't know who we can trust.
You will work with my investigator and stop this killer before he strikes again.